Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you happen to be. Welcome to another edition of the Living World of Darkness Street Magic. The scene is set after a rather exorbitant day, actually. A day full of parades, song, dance. It has been the Cherry Blossom Festival within one of the other smaller counties and communities on Long Island. Uh, Jericho and Tommy at his side have been walking around the bigger cherry blossom trees, walking towards the pier where most of the grand finale festivities will begin. Jericho looking as morose as he's always been, kind of a little bit frowny, kind of a little bit of a not nice, not happy person. Well, all around, Tommy has gone ahead and created this crown of cherry blossoms all over his head and is continuing to add to it as they walk by.
So, what do you think of the cherry blossoms? Aren't they pretty?
You know that now that you've taken them off the tree, they're kind of dead.
Well, yeah, but they're prettier. I mean, it's so that the apples can grow.
This is true. This is true. Mm. City got weird like last. The city has gotten really, really weird for some reason. I don't know why.
Huh? What makes you say
Oh,
that?
I've always got the news on wherever I go, and apparently, serial killer in the metro station, riots on Broadway. It's just a really, really weird city.
Oh, right, the riots at the ballet. That was crazy and mostly Rupert's fault.
Uh, you want to explain that one?
She just kind of shrugs. Well, Sky was going for his big debut performance as Albrecht in some ballet thing. And so I went with a couple other people to support him. I was just kind of chilling in the crowd. I must have zoned out or something because, like, the next time I was paying attention, this whole riot broke out. There was like an orgy, and Rupert was holding a sign that was like encouraging it.
Phenomenal power at your disposal, and you decide to. Well, fair enough. I can get behind the riot idea. I've always wanted to start a riot, but eh. How did Sky take it?
He seemed pretty into it. He texted me this morning a picture of a shirtless dude, and he was like, "Hey, look what I brought home." So, all in all, I think it was a good night for him.
Definitely congratulations are in order then.
Yeah, totally. I ducked out around the time of the orgy.
Now, why would you want to miss that?
I don't know any of those people, and no offense to Rupert, but he's not really my type.
Can't even hide that giggle snort.
She just grins, happy to see something other than a frown out of Jericho.
No, man, no. It's the serial killer thing. I don't know. City got a lot more violent for no reason.
Well, it can't be no reason. I bet something crazy happened. She shrugs. I don't know what, but never know.
I'm gonna guess it's a lot of karmic imbalance entering into the system, causing more reverence of the undead to rise up and become entirely too hostile.
What's that in English?
Jericho goes ahead and stoops down and whispers, "Vampires."
Really? Huh.
That and rage monsters.
Oh, you mean like some of my friends?
Yeah, 1 second. Jericho's gonna go ahead and pop out a small root talisman from his pocket. Just gonna go ahead and twiddle it. Wow. All I'm gonna say, I've spent a point because I'm a cheesy doodle. All right, 4 successes on an It's Not My Problem field. One on Jericho, spending 1 success onto Tomy over there, and then 1 into duration, and then 2 into the effect. In effect, nobody's going to really bother us. What we say, what we do, what we think, what we feel, and where we go. We are 2 nobodies. Jericho goes ahead and walks the planks of the pier. It's not as crowded as it will be in a few seconds, but meh. He continues on, dragging Tomy, and he says, "You know the LeBron fire?"
No. What's that?
Okay. The LeBron fire was a nightclub that was burned down on Sunday, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not really much of a club goer, so never been there.
Right. Well, you're never gonna get a chance to go there again. Like I said, it burned down. About 34 people dead, and pretty much that's a site of a bunch of werewolves and a bunch of vampires deciding to have an all-out fight.
Oh shit. I didn't know they did that. I mean, I knew they didn't
I,
like each other, but I didn't know that like they were that not chill about it.
I, I don't know. As far as I could tell, a bunch of werewolves pretty much walked in, found a few vampires that really didn't like them. They decided to get into an all-out fight right in front of me. So I just sort of left.
Probably a good thing to do. I mean, that is kind of weird. I thought they were all about like secrets. At least I know the vampires are. I mean, the werewolves too. Shrug.
Mm. Why do you think the place burned down?
Hiding some evidence?
Covering up as best they can. I don't know which side is doing it, but I don't really care to know. Just a lot more violence.
Hmm. Is anything still there? You can tell Tommy obviously cares to know.
Looking over at Tomy. Shrug. I don't know. 'Twas a bad night.
Very weird.
Off into the distance, several of the small little boats are starting to piddle and paddle their way into the open bay. They're starting to get their own show set up. Derek goes ahead and points towards one of them. So, tell me, what do you see?
She looks at the boat.
It's a boat.
She just shrugs.
You see a boat with several people on it. They seem to be carrying an apparatus that sort of shoots outward, several cannons aligned.
She looks at it, back to Jericho. Pyrotechnics? She says hopefully.
Yep, those are pyrotechnics. They're about to put on a show, but what do you think about getting a little bit closer?
She looks over the edge of the dock. Not much closer you can get, unless you want to go get on a boat.
Jericho goes ahead and points to one of the boathouses with some of the pyrotechnics about to get loaded on.
She grins. Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Jericho's gonna go ahead and do a hop skip and walk his pretty ass over to one of the sides of the boat, look at the deck. Okay. He's just gonna go ahead and step on. And when he does, a lot of the other members of the vessel don't particularly give Jericho much notice.
And Tomi will follow as quickly as she can and just hop onto the boat.
Mm-hmm. Tomi will notice that she hops on the boat and more people do not notice her.
Sort of looks around. That's crazy. I didn't know they were so chill about letting people around fireworks.
They're usually not. Okay. Jericho's gonna go ahead and take a lean against one of the sides of the railing as the captain of the boat is starting to paddle this little boat, drive it into the bay. He's gonna go ahead and point towards one of the launchers and simply says, "Okay, tell me what you see."
Tomi looks at it. What's up with it?
Do you have any science, technology?
I know that she has at least one dot of science.
What's your intelligence?
3.
All right. Boom. Very nice. You look at the apparatus and you look at a lot of the tags that are flowing from the barrels, the mouth of the barrels, and you're able to identify several different chemical components and substances within each one of the fireworks. You actually recognize and can color code it. That one will fire a blue flame, that one will fire a red flame, that one will fire a yellow.
Mm-hmm. Looks at it. Just looks like colored flames. Cool, cool.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Okay. Which one of the launchers will fire red?
She points to it.
Okay. Awesome. How would you like to make that the biggest firework in the sky?
She grins. I do like big explosions. Welcome back.
Apologies. What did you last say?
Oh, she said, well, I do like big explosions.
Okay. Okay. How do you think you're going to make the red explosion the biggest?
Well, the thing that changes the color is mostly what chemical's burning, but there's not a lot of it. I bet they all use the same basic fuel.
Mm-hmm. This might be true. So what you want to do is you want to change the chemical component of each one of those canisters, or do you just want to go ahead and switch out the canisters?
Just switch them out. Probably the easiest way to do it.
All right. Jericho for his part. Do you have any larceny?
No.
Okay, fair enough. It's all on Jericho at the moment. Spending willpower. Not that I fucking needed it. Jericho quite quickly and quite aptly goes ahead and changes a lot of the canisters for this particular launcher to make sure that each one of them has a red magnesium flare instead of the yellow, blue, yellows, reds, orange reds, whatever have you, magenta, lavender, and just a whole rainbow of colors is going to be hijacked to simply throw out this blood red. Okay, done. What else can you do?
She sort of looks around to make sure that people are still not paying attention. Leans in close. Well, I guess we could use magic for it. I know Forces is good at making things go boom. She's whispering, by the way. I don't know if that sounded like a whisper, but
I know you were sounding like a whisper, but Jericho's just mimicking you. Not kinetic. Light.
she nods. Yeah.
That thing right there is going to launch all those fireworks all at once, and they're all going to be a red flame. What you can do is you can try to empathize that light that comes off it. You don't have to increase the fire. Well, you can increase the fire. You can increase the kinetic energy. But if you just want a really, really, really red light, that's how you do it.
It's easy enough. I can do that.
All right. How do you do that?
Well, normally all of it goes off at once. I could stagger it so that it lasts longer.
You could. How do you perform your magic then?
She just kind of shrugs. Whatever happens to work. Most of my stuff is used. She rubs the obsidian pendant on her neck.
Tara, go ahead and rub the obsidian pendant on Tommy's neck. I like this. It's very nice.
Thanks. Travis gave it to me. It came from, she forgets the word, so she just shrugs. Came from some shop.
Fair enough. Okay. This is what you want to do. Take that pendant in your chest, and I need you to focus on it. This is what most apprentices don't really understand when they're first getting started. You can take longer to cast a spell, and when you take longer to cast the spell, it becomes much easier to control, and you can extend the potency of it. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. This thing's more for protection, but I do have rolls up her sleeves, big flame tattoos on each arm, as per the picture.
Oh, I like that. Okay. People around here, they're setting up. They're going to be distracted for a little bit. They'll be focusing on the launcher, but they won't be focusing on you. I made sure of that. So take as long as you need. Start now, but don't release the effect until every single one of those flares is in the air.
Okay, I can try that. She starts rubbing her arms, rubbing her hands together, sort of. You know how you rub your hands for heat when you're cold?
Mm-hmm.
She does that. Just rub.
Okay. Jericho's standing behind you, watching you do your work as we're going to start casting. Jericho goes ahead and reminds you and says, if things get a little bit wonky, if you're starting to lose it, go ahead and, put your own will into it to make sure it doesn't all go flying off the handle. Basically saying, if you botch, spend a willpower to continue casting.
Okay, cool.
All right. What's your arte?
2.
Yay! It's been a while since I've had to roll 2. Okay. I'm going to say this is a coincidental effect because we've already done a lot of prep work for it, such as changing out the canisters. I'm going to assume that Tomi is taking her time, and I'm going to assume that she's not spending any coin.
Yeah.
Okay. So, base difficulty of 2, 3, 5. We're going to go ahead and decrease it by 1 to make it 4 because you're taking your time with it. One. You go ahead and start rubbing your hands. You're doing it for about a minute now, waiting for the crew to actually finally set up. And towards the other end of this this festival, this fireworks festival, somebody is already starting to shoot off their payload into the sky. There are spirals, there is a little bit of a design work over there, reds and blues start to crash into the sky as Tomi continues to power the casting, rolling again. Ooh, more successes. Again, a second payload is shooting off into the sky. It's becoming very, very close to the time that the cannons in front of her will start to fire. In fact, one of the captains of this ship is starting to get the primer all set up. He's got his finger on the button. Does Tomi want to spend a willpower on this last roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a quit. Why not?
Yay! Well, 3 is that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the willpower. How would you like to go ahead and spend those successes?
Let's see. Let's do 2 on the effect to make it really big.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 on time to light up the sky and like have it blood red for like as long as those 3 successes can hold it.
Okay. Split it up evenly. Oh, wait. The one thing that you can do is look into increasing the area.
Yes. 2 for time and then 1 more for area then. Let's do that.
Okay.
2, 2, 1. I want all of, well, as much as Long Island as possible to just be blood red for as long as it can do it.
All right, fair enough. The fireworks go up. We get a little POV shot from one of the launchers, from one of the rockets, and it goes ahead and flies up. There is a tail of smoke that follows it up as when it finally reached the height, the epicenter, it goes ahead and explodes stupendously. As again a second and a third rocket go up. The crowd on shore is actually quite amazed. They're actively gawking. They're actively going, yeah! As from one side of the bay to the other, this huge red, blood red fire goes ahead and rains down on them across the sky. The entire, well, the night used to be quite dark, only lit by this gibbous moon, but now the gibbous moon is now overshadowed by this very, very red tint to the sky. Several more rockets go ahead and flare up. As again, more fire, more red, passionate fire goes ahead and bedazzles Tomi. What is Tomi thinking right now?
As it does this, Tomi is jumping up and down excitedly. Like, she has one hand on Jericho's sleeve, sort of tugging it with her. She pulls away, claps a few times, And she's just bouncing, and she's like, "That was so awesome! That was so awesome!"
For an entire minute, that bay is shrouded in this red light as one by one the rockets go ahead, or at least the explosions go ahead and start to fizzle out. You'll notice that the crew of this particular ship are sort of scratching their heads. Some of them seem quite worried. They're talking amongst themselves. We didn't do that, did we? Did we? Who the fuck did that? At which point Jericho's going to go ahead and sort of grab you and say, "Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. You're not here, you're not here. Cover your mouth."
She's definitely not standing still, but not talking anymore. Bounce, bounce, bounce in place.
You can go ahead and bounce up in place as Jericho's just going to go ahead and look down to you, and he's got a really awesome smile, actually. You've probably only seen this once or twice, if that, on him.
She grins and turns around after finally shutting herself the hell up, jumps up because he's probably significantly taller than her, wraps her arms around his neck and gives him a really tight hug.
He'll go ahead and lean against the railing, hug you tight with his own embrace, and just, well, fuck it, make out with you all the way towards the pier.
And Tomi's totally into it. Totally into it.
Asian lady with her goddamn legs wrapped around me. I've been here before. This is a nice place to be.
And she just hugs him tight. So she says, like, between, like, blah, 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 making out. It's like, so, where are we going? Looks around, up at the sky again, back at him. Hug.
Apparently we're heading back to the pier, but beyond that, I do not know.
Can we do that again?
We can try some other day.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I wonder if we can get, like, the whole city lit up for just a second. Like, just a second, that would be so kick-ass.
Well, look into the power grid. Actually, look into any shining light out of any windowed office. Take all that energy that's just sort of spilling out there for free and do something with it.
That would be so cool. We could put on, like, a whole street light show? Like, across the city, and you could, like, see it in an airplane or something. That would be crazy.
No. Here's what you do. You go ahead and get into the wiring of each and every building. It's called the spine. Get into the spine of the building. Fiddle around with the conductive cables all up and down the building, and then just frickin' put on your own light show with the windows.
That would be so cool. And I bet I could change the color.
Of course you can.
That would be awesome.
I'm going to make a Dex Athletics check to see if I can stay on while the boat is currently in motion. I've got bullshit Dex because I'm a cheater. Damn it! I was hoping for this to be a really ridiculous event wherein Jericho goes flying into the drink, but he does not. The boat goes ahead and crashes back. Well, I said crash, but moors itself back into the pier. Jericho goes ahead and takes the opportunity and places the Tomy doll, onto the pier, and lifts himself out of the boat just as well. As yeah, he's gonna go ahead and stroll quite briskly away. While most of the captain and his crew are currently still scratching themselves, looking for whatever that happened with all their magnesium.
Toby stumbles a bit when she hits the pier, but seeing Jericho start to sort of hurry along, she'll catch up as fast as her short legs can carry her, grab him by the sleeve to make sure she doesn't lose him or anything like that. That was. I bet people will be talking about that. Like, I've never seen anything like that happen before. That's so cool.
It was a bit too showy for me, but yeah. I like
Too
things much more subtle.
There's no such thing as too showy, dude. That was kick-ass, like, in every sense of the word.
It was big, I know that much, but what did it accomplish? Besides burning a lot of really, really harsh chemicals into the ozone.
She shrugs. I don't know. Excitement. Excitement, wonder, being awesome.
That can be awesome while being quiet.
She shrugs. I prefer it big and loud, though. Let people know that, like, something awesome is happening.
Oh, really now?
Yeah.
One particular route you might look into is sound dampening. Squeeze among the middle.
What's that?
Oh, nothing. But no. Sound dampening. It's fantastic. It's awesome. I don't know why more people don't do it.
Sound dampening? Like making shit quieter.
Yes, so that you can do things without people noticing.
I don't know about quieter specifically, but I did practice with like sending sound waves into the ground before. That always helped me get away from stuff.
Okay, tell me about that.
She just kind of shrugs. I don't know, it just made it a lot easier to hide. You know? Because, like, you duck into a corner and you're running, people can, like, hear your footsteps, especially if you wear giant boots like these. Clicks or heels together.
Yeah, those are big boots for you. How do you walk in those things?
One foot in front of the other, usually. And you can see, Tomi is still very short, but there's, like, about a 2-inch platform on them, too.
Wow. But no, seriously, I think there's a good noodle shop around here with a bunch of, well, with a bar, I think. Not really a bar, but they do serve drinks.
Ooh, bar would be cool.
What do you usually drink?
She shrugs. I mostly have cheap beer in the fridge, to be honest with you. Not very picky.
You know what? That's the kind of non-pickiness that I pick on.
You pick on? She raises her eyebrows.
That I prefer.
Oh, cool. I mean, it gets the job done, doesn't it?
Yep. Gets you nice and inebriated and forgetting about the rest of the world. And how shitty it is.
Psh, not that shitty.
Okay, name me 3 things off the bat that are good about this world.
Food.
Okay. That's a necessity, not really all that awesome.
Are you kidding me? Food is awesome. It's amazing. There's good food. They're awesome, crazy, like, she looks around, people, quote unquote, with her fingers, to hang out with. Think. There are explosions. Then she pinches his side, and there's you.
Eh. He's gonna go ahead and tickle you back just underneath your armpits. Tick, 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 tick.
He jumps like immediately, like, oh no, no, not fair, no, not cool.
Oh, you don't like being tickled, do you?
I take it back.
Fine, I'll just go ahead and walk over there and pinch you.
No, he says, like slowly walking away, like backing up.
Slowly advancing. Come here, come here.
Nope. Nope.
He's getting ready to lunge.
He backs up a little further. Don't you do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'll fight you. Do you want to fight right now? Them's fighting words.
Lunge.
She's gonna like grab his wrist. Like, no, 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 no.
Come on, come on, come on. It's just a little bit of tickle. Just a little bit of tickle.
Also being taller than her, Jericho does have quite a bit more reach.
Fine.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Fine. You don't want, magic hands. Fine. That's good. That's awesome. Starts to walk away and cringes a little bit of a cry face.
She's gonna follow him. No, no, wait, come back. Come back.
Yes.
Just no tickling.
Alright, fine. No tickling.
Sigh of relief.
Oh. So you don't like being tickled. That's interesting.
Well, like, it's like a panic response, don't you? Or at least that's what I read on, like, cracked.com once. Tommy says, letting you know that she only looks at the most reputable websites.
Of course. I think I've read the same article from Bark News Media, letting Tommy know that Jericho reads outlandish things.
So, like, why would you want to make someone panic?
If I make them panic and they run away from me, that means I don't have to deal with them anymore.
Do you not want to deal with me anymore, Jericho? She grins.
Oh, no. No, I totally want to, deal with all your nonsense.
My nonsense.
Yes, all your wonderful nonsense that brings so many people such happiness, the explosive personality that you have. Totally something that I want to deal with. Completely stone gray face.
Okay, but it's fun. It's so much more fun than sitting in your room pricking a voodoo doll or something.
I don't sit in my room. I sit in the patient's room, and I make sure they don't die.
Well, that's like crazy intense work. What do you do for fun?
Fun.
Yeah, fun.
Is I used to play video games with a friend.
Okay, video games are cool.
In which we had to go ahead and run through a fairly disturbing haunted house in a VR get-up, continuing to mow down, feral and undead abominations that were trying to eat our blood.
You're a Resident Evil fan?
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love those games. I have the old one back at home. Like the shitty, like 16-bit or whatever, old as dirt game.
No, that's not shitty, that's not old, that's classic. And I myself have beaten that game about 32 times and am on the goddamn leaderboard for completion times.
Bet I could beat it before you can.
'Tis a challenge you want, 'tis a challenge that you will get.
She grins. Bring it, nerd.
Back to your place to drink a bunch of beer and to get wasted playing video games?
Hell yeah.
I think this will be the beginning of a wonderful, wonderful romance.
I think so.
Jericho is going to start walking up to do a subway station and then thinks better of it for a few seconds before trying to hail a cab.
Tommy has already run down the stairs at the subway station. Look around. Shit. Where'd my death mage go? Turns around, goes and like chases Jericho back to the cab.
Oh, I got to show you a movie. Jericho's going to go ahead and leave the door open for her. Come on, come in, come in.
She jumps in, plops down on the cab, with enough force to like make it shake, despite how tiny she is.
You notice that the bangles and beads that are hanging off the rear view mirror go ahead and shake. Oh, fuck. 1 second. Do me a favor and talk to the taxi cab driver. He may not notice me.
Oh, okay. She like leans forward, tap 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 on the back of the seat. Hey.
Go ahead and scare the ever-loving bejesus out of the taxi cab driver. He's like, whoa! Didn't notice you come in.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I probably was a little too quiet for my own good.
Yeah.
You tonight?
Say again?
You still doing rounds tonight, or are you on break?
No. Depends on where you're going.
And
if you're going down the street, if you're going a few blocks, you can go ahead and leave the cab, missy.
No, we're going back to Queens.
Oh, well then. You notice that he's going to go ahead and flip the fee counter and simply say, well, my cab is your, well, whatever the hell kind of carriage. There you go, carriage, ma'am. Just close the door and we'll get started.
She'll like lean over Jericho, close the door.
The one movie I gotta show you actually, because I remember seeing it a long time ago. It was Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Never heard of it. Is it an action movie?
No, not really. It's supposed to be a horror movie. It's not a horror movie.
So it's a shitty horror movie.
Exactly.
Awesome. I love those.
Yep, I can see if it's on Netflix, and we'll go ahead and watch that. Well, after zombie killing.
Yeah, after I kick your ass at Resident Evil, she grins.
I will make you a Tomiko sandwich.
She blinks. Wait, what?
Never mind.
Sorry, ESL, dude. ESL.
What?
English second language.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. One of these days I'm going to learn a different language other than Swahili. Oh, I learned it once just to read a book, which didn't really give me any useful information, but really, really gave you an awesome background for the underworld.
So, like, Swahili ghost stories?
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool. I've never heard Swahili before. Is that the one that goes, like, Or is it like the South African one?
It's more South African than anything else.
Cool, cool. Hey, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I never told you my full name was Tomoko. She looks at Jericho.
Gets ahead and shrugs. I guessed it. There was a Tomoko Psyche in the news actually about a year or so back. Now that was a serial killer.
No, that was a what? I'm sorry.
Serial killer.
There's a serial killer named Tomoko?
Yeah, Tomoko Psyche. Oh,
Sweet.
the story was really awful. Oh God. Okay, basically, just this little Asian girl, right? Goes to an observatory, actually, a bit of ways across Jersey.
Uh-huh.
And for some god-awful reason, she goes ahead and butchers a professor, like, right in front of his desk. She went ahead and chased down his assistant all the way to the bathroom, where she was, like, just butchered pretty damn brutally. They had the 911 call from the assistant to the dispatcher on record. It's really gruesome.
Whoa. That's fucked up.
These are the kind of things I filled my mind with.
That's pretty metal. Actually, the nickname Tomi comes from a Japanese horror movie.
Tell me about it then.
Yeah, it comes from a comic book series, but I never actually read the comics. But there was like a series of movies about this chick, Tomi, who was like this awful demon entity that enslaved men and like drove them absolutely insane. And like they'd become obsessed with her and all this shit, and like but they'd always in the end murder her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, but she could never really die. So like every time they murdered her and like chopped her up into little pieces, all those little pieces grew back like some sort of crazy deranged starfish. And then there was just like an army of her all like enslaving these masses and fighting against each other for the right to be the real one. Super trippy movies.
Super, super trippy. Hope they're not prophetic.
If you kill me, I will break up with you.
But no, really? It kind of sucks.
She shrugged.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that even if he's trying to feign this, because he has no subterfuge, he's actually like grinning and smiling to himself.
Well, then don't do it.
Fine, but only for you.
Aw, thanks.
Do you mind if I go after other people, though?
Shrug. As long as they're not my friends.
Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, to do anything else we want to do with this scene as we're currently being trailed back to the city?
Dice rolls to see who wins at Resident Evil.
Okay, fair enough. First round of drinking, stamina rolls to see who's plastered or not.
Okay.
What's your stamina?
Pretty sure it's 3. I can't tab out, so I think it's 3.
Yeah, we'll go with 3. You're good. Let's see if Jericho is. Jericho's good. Alright, you'll get 2 dice for 2 successes, 2 chance dice. Blanks. Jericho will get 3. Wait! You don't know if Jericho is cheating or not, as he's like completely precise with each one of his movements. He gets just the right amount of drops. Meanwhile, you're not doing badly, but for some reason, the game just favors Jericho more than you.
Tomi, you'll hear like complain about the controller, the buttons getting stuck. Every time like Jericho does some crazy maneuver, she's like, bullshit. Bullshit.
Turn, 3 shots, 3 shots, turn, move, void zombie, duke the zombie, duke the zombie, duke the zombie.
She loses, she's like, ah, damn it.
You'll get me next time. Besides, Jericho goes ahead and takes off the crown of rose petals, simply looks at Shelmy and says, this was actually pretty damn nice and beautiful.
She grins. I'm glad you like it.
Would you like to give us a little bit of an outro?
Sure. So after a long night of drinking, video gaming, and gratuitous cursing on Tomi's part, the two of them, well, they down about all the alcohol in Tomi's fridge before retiring for the night. Jericho, of course, given the option to join Tomi in her room if he so wishes.
Only 2 seconds need to be thought for that as he goes ahead and dives in.
And she will slam the door. There will be the sound of, like, plop on the bed as she basically dive bombs into it. I believe that is where we can end our scene.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and y'all have a good night.